Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gamansing. In our top story, the Committee on Education and Workforce Development began their 2016 tour and assessment of public schools on the island of St. Thomas and St. Croix. The tour in St. Thomas was held today and will continue the rest of the week. Did our schools receive an A+? Here's more. The school year's opening is getting closer and closer for public schools. Organized school tours were attended by education officials as well as the senators of the Committee on Education and Workforce Committee Development to see if the schools are ready to receive students for the year.
The purpose of the tour today is to get an idea of the conditions that the schools are in, to see whether or not they're adequately prepared to receive our children. We have got to make sure that we have a safe and conducive atmosphere for learning.
On St. Thomas, they visited the Lockhart Elementary, CAHS, Dober, Ulla Muller, Gladys Abraham, Cancroyne, and Sibley. So what does the report card look like so far?
You could definitely see that some work have been done. The maintenance staff have been trying the best to make the necessary repairs. I think I'm pleased with the performance of the maintenance staff. I'm not pleased with the supervision of the custodial staff at all of the schools. You can clearly see areas in which the custodians just have not done any work throughout the summer. Bathroom, garbage on the campus, you could tell us some of the garbage has been there.
Senator Jean Ford says there's still a lot of work to be done.
We have had a number of problems. We have visited 2 schools thus far. The one school, like Lockhart Elementary School, I was most impressed upon entry, where the landscaping was really done. It really was impressive. It really was clean. You know, we still have some problems with the Lockhart Elementary School. In the kitchen in particular, there is a dishwasher that have been missing for a number of years. And it's just simply not fair, neither is it sanitary.
And as a result of these buildings being so old, we have roof leaks, we have cracks and so on. So that has been a challenge, and that's the overall problem that we have been facing, is majority of the leaks. And as I said, so far 80% has been completed, and we are getting on the go to reach 100%.
There is some good news. On Wednesday, the Department of Education will unveil a newly installed basketball floor in the Bertha C. Buchelta School Gymnasium. A donor provided the generous funds to make this possible.
Last year, we itemized $750,000 towards maintenance of the school, and in fact what the department has done, they have hired people, and you know, I understand 7 here and 8 in St. Croix, and so we are now seeing the benefits of hiring people and putting it to work.
We have been providing the Department of Education with consistent monies. Last year we appropriated an additional $1 million. This year, June, we gave them an additional $688,000 for maintenance. So the legislature have consistently been given money, hoping that we can see the results of what we're giving them. And we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to line item the budget as much as possible so that the monies that we are appropriating are going to go directly to serve students and serve teachers.
School tours continued on St. Thomas August 31st at Edith Williams, E. Benjamin Oliver Gomez, Yvonne Milner-Bowski, Eudora Ken, and BCB. Now the team will conduct tours on St. Croix Thursday and Friday. Count on 2 to keep you updated. Principals, assistant principals, Superintendent Colleen May Williams, Commissioner Dr. Sharon Ann McCollum, and school administrators gathered on Monday at the Buccaneer Hotel for the St. Croix District Back-to-School meeting. Governor Kenneth Mapp addressed a group of educators and administrators, reminding them of the important role they play in the future of our Virgin Islands. In his opening remarks, Governor Mapp began by praising the work of Commissioner of Education, Dr. Sharon Ann McCollum, stating that the Commissioner has made great strides in improving education for Virgin Island students, but there's still much to be done. Commissioner McCollum has placed an emphasis for school year 2016-2017 on student achievement, she says, bringing into focus the student's entire school life experience. She indicated that all Department of Education employees must join forces to ensure all Virgin Island students are learning and thriving. McCollum identified significant changes that have taken place in the Department of Education, such as territorial directors for music and athletics, who will solely focus on supporting those curriculums in the schools. Also, 2 individuals have been hired, she said, in both districts to spearhead agricultural education. Government House Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator Jamila Russell demonstrated ways that children of differing abilities can play and learn from each other at special back-to-school outreach events this past weekend on both St. Thomas and St. Croix. Governor Mapp emphasized the importance of ADA programs. The governor offered congratulations to 12-year-old Andre Leonard, basketball dribbling champion, and Casa Bridgewater, 10, who triumphed in the free throw contest after an intense battle at the net with 13-year-old Enrique Royer. The St. Croix activity was held Saturday at the Tropical 10 Pins Bowling Alley. School supplies were distributed and top prizes were given out Samsung tablets, which were donated by sponsors. And here's an update. Magistrate Judge Ruth Miller has delayed decision on whether former Senator Wayne James, who was arrested in Italy, accused of defrauding the VI government, should be allowed to get out of custody. James's attorney, Michael Joseph, was granted by the judge time until Wednesday to file additional information. The prosecution argues that James should be held without bail because he has no remaining strong ties or assets to the territory. The former senator is facing 2 charges of wire fraud and 1 count of embezzlement. Wayne was known for his frequent trips to Italy when he was a senator between 2009 and 2011 that were taken to conduct research on the 1878 fire burn. Well, on September 14th, John Jacob Borowski, known as Jake, was found dead at a house at Estate Pearl, and the VI Police Department is asking for help to solve this homicide. Here's more.
Borowski was the 26-year-old son of recently deceased St. Croix artist Betsy Capon. This case remains actively open and unsolved. Any information provided can help provide the family with closure and bring the attackers to justice. Please contact Crime Stoppers VI at 1-800-222-TIPS or www.crimestoppersvi.org. Crime Stoppers pays up to $2,500 information leading to an arrest, seizure, drugs, or weapons, and recovery of stolen property. We can make this community safer for all of us.
Also on Friday, August 29th at 7:30 p.m., Mr. Ephraim Rivera was arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant by a Superior Court judge for rape in the first degree, assault in the first degree, false imprisonment, and unlawful sexual contact first degree. Mr. Rivera's advice rights hearing was held on Tuesday, August 30th, and he was placed on house arrest, electronic monitoring. Turn our attention to the stage. Tomorrow, Wednesday, could bring 2 highly anticipated developments in the race for the White House. For Donald Trump, a major speech on immigration policy. For Hillary Clinton, the FBI report on the investigation into her email server may go public. It's all likely to influence the candidates' ongoing debate prep. Karen Kiefer reports from Washington.
Multiple law enforcement officials say the FBI plans to release their report on the Hillary Clinton email server investigation soon, perhaps as early as Wednesday. The Clinton campaign says they welcome it in the name of transparency.
This is really in stark contrast to Donald Trump. I mean, Hillary asked that all these emails be made public. She's released her taxes since 1977. We don't even have the basics of transparency from Donald Trump. He has not released his taxes.
The report will likely put that back and forth over transparency back in the spotlight, on the trail, and eventually on the debate stage. The candidates are less than 4 weeks away from their first face-off on September 26th, and preps are underway. Aides say that Clinton is poring over briefing books while taking some time off the trail this week. Trump reportedly resistant to the usual practice of mock debates. Both have some things to work on.
He's got to demonstrate temperament. He's got to demonstrate he's got some sort of a plan to deal with some of these issues that America faces. And he's got to be able to prosecute the case against Hillary Clinton. On the flip side for Hillary Clinton, it's really important for her to be able to demonstrate that she can be trustworthy.
Trump is also preparing for an immigration speech in Phoenix on Wednesday after a hardline stance on the deportation of undocumented immigrants buoyed him through the Republican primaries. He appeared to soften that position in recent weeks, raising questions about where exactly his policies stand. In Washington, I'm Karen Kiefer.
And keeping our eye on the economy, save the date, Apple fans. The new iPhone family, the iPhone 6 is just about 2 years old, but that may be ancient for Apple. Rumor has it the company will unveil the iPhone 7 on September 7th. The normally secretive company has the tagline, "See you on the 7th." A not so subtle reference to what many believe will be the new iPhone 7. Some speculate the new iPhone will have an improved camera with a dual lens system. Well, nearly 10,000 workers are suing Chipotle, claiming that the restaurant cheated them out of pay. Former and current employees claim the company made them work off the clock without paying them in a practice known as wage theft. The lawsuit claims Chipotle routinely requires hourly paid workers to punch out and then continue working until they are given permission to leave. Chipotle denies any wrongdoing and says the case has no merit. Let's take a look at the stock market watch at the New York Stock Exchange. Everything down. The Dow down 48, NASDAQ down 9, S&P 500 down 4. Coming up on News 2, we have more back-to-school news, reminders, giveaways, and more to encourage the young ones to head back to school prepared. We'll be right back. Time for some back-to-school news. Welcome back. The governor has declared the first day of school to be the day of the VI Fathers March and has also declared the Saturday and Sunday before the first day of school to be the back-to-school days of prayer. Following the governor's proclamation, VI Mothers Against Guns, Inc. and Jason Carroll Memorial Fund, Inc., they organized that event. And here's why Judge Carroll says the research proves this is beneficial for students.
And the governor declared in his proclamation that September 3rd and September 4th, Saturday and Sunday, before you go back to school, you'll go to your churches, the church of your choice or the institution of worship of your choice, and the pastors will pray for the children, the teachers, the administrators, and the parents that they'll have a safe and productive school year.
Great message there. Now, Monday marked the 67th start for Antilles and the first back to school on campus for the new school head, Elizabeth Liz Morrison, who has been with the school since July 1st. She was up bright and early Monday morning greeting students and parents as they hit the parking lot for drop-off. Upper School Student Council President and Senior Samara Roberts was ready for morning meeting, greeting everyone. First graders prepared for the day right there with teacher Karen Kolfelt, Antilles' new physical and education health staff Sean Johnson, and Ben Shaw at the Hurricanes Pride on Monday. Principal Rodney Moorhead of the John H. Woodson Junior High School announced that school hours for the school year will be 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. That change brings the John H. Woodson on the same time schedule as St. Croix's two other junior high schools, Elena Christian Junior High and Arthur A. Richards Junior High. Standardizing hours of operation will allow them, they say, to collaborate more effectively with the master schedules. The change was approved by Insula Superintendent Colleen May Williams way back on July 27th. Dahlia C. Adams, principal of the Adult Education Program in the St. Thomas St. John District, announces that registration for GED Prep and Adult Basic Education courses will be held through October 7th at the Adult Education Center on Garden Street. The registration fee will be waived through September 9th. 2016. Classes begin September 12th and they're held Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 12 noon to 3 p.m. A pre-Labor Day back-to-school event is scheduled for Saturday, September 3rd. Free books, pencils, hamburgers, and hot dogs, plus a basketball 4-on-4 tournament and a free throw contest is presented by the St. Thomas Democratic District Committee in conjunction with the Tutu High Rise Committee. The St. Thomas District Committee team versus the junior and high school students from the Tutu High Rise Committee. It all begins from 1 to 3 p.m. UBI has a new director of major gifts, Benjamin F. Kraft. While serving in this position, Kraft is charged with garnering gifts and donations of no less than $10,000. Formerly, Kraft has served as an attorney advisor with the District of Columbia's Public Employee Relations Board. With an impressive list of accolades recognizing his leadership and service and membership on a number of academic and nonprofit organization boards, Kraft intends to continue his trend of leadership and service at UVI. He is a native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics from Rutgers College, and among many other accolades. The Virgin Islands Department of Education's Division of Special Nutrition Programs informed St. Croix residents of a one-day distribution of bonus USDA commodities to all eligible persons in the Elena Christian Junior High School cafeteria. That's on Saturday, September 3rd from 7 a.m. until supplies are depleted. The Emergency Food Assistance Program uses income, not age, to determine program eligibility. This distribution is for all persons meeting the criteria, and you could call in for more information on the criteria. Distribution packages will be limited to one per household. Individuals or heads of household eligible to receive these commodities must meet, again, at least one of the criteria. Well, now that summer end is near, there's still some time to take advantage of some of the fun adventures here, and we'll be sure to share that with you in the next couple of days. Explore the sea, take some underwater pictures. Aqua Adventures provides the Boss Tour and a snorkeling adventure. The Boss is a motorized underwater scooter custom built to explore the oceans. Wonders Boss is an acronym for Breathing Observation Submersible Scooter. As you descend, a seal is formed. The scuba tank supplies air to the bubbles, and you breathe normally. The tour begins when you board the custom dive boat that will take you to the site. You will explore the brilliant undersea world on your own personal Boss unit. Professional divers will escort you. The number to call for more information is 777-3549. The Department of Planning and Natural Resources Division of Fish and Wildlife was awarded $10,000 through the Office of Insular Affairs Technical Assistance Program for the development of a U.S. Virgin Islands Invasive Species Action Plan. Now, this plan will provide guidance to local and federal governments on invasive marine and terrestrial species affecting the territory. The plan, which will be completed by December 31st, 2016, will be authored by DPNR with contributions from the University of the Virgin Islands, the National Park Service, and other local and federal entities. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast comes your way next.
This evening, I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman. Satellite picture across the area shows the immediate region nice and quiet, but of course it's been very active in the central and western Atlantic. Hurricane Gaston continuing to move north and eastward as a strong Category 2 hurricane. Also two tropical depressions near the southeastern U.S. and western Cuba. Those also not going to be of issue to us as they'll stay well off to our north and west, but we're watching a little wave that's going to be moving off the African coast as we go through tonight and into the day tomorrow. By early next week, could be a pretty powerful little wave moving through our area. Talk more about that with the 5-day. Latest satellite estimated radar showing we've been mainly shower-free this afternoon. There were a couple of sprinkles out there this morning, but the rest of today, it's looking great. A little muggy out there tonight. The trade wind's not quite as strong, so the air not moving quite as much. Mainly clear. Temperatures will stay in the lower 80s for the day on Wednesday. We'll get to 91 degrees in St. John. A lot of sunshine. A lot of that tropical humidity too, so hey, vacationers, that's just how the weather pattern goes this time of the year. 91 in St. Thomas, a lot of sunshine, and once again on the muggy side, same goes for St. Croix. A lot of sun. There could be a passing shower. We can't totally rule out one of those little trade wind sprinkles. The temperatures will end up in the low 90s once again. A little bit of a breeze picking up. That should at least stir up the air a little bit and keep it from feeling too sticky. Out on the water, the Atlantic side, waves are about 2 to 4 feet. Winds out of the east at about 10 to 15 knots. Those same trade winds blowing on the Caribbean side as well. So seas here should also be about 2 to 4 feet. So no small craft concerns for tonight. 5-day forecast has a shower in places Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. As we go into the second half of this weekend, Sunday into Monday, that's where that wave that I mentioned is going to move closer. We'll have more confidence in the exact impacts, of course, as we get a little bit closer. But for now, I'd prepare for the chance for some gusty showers. Sandy, back to you.
Thanks for that. It's time for our News 2 weather picture there by Sadie Smith of Great Minds Tutoring Service, enjoying what summer is all about as it comes to a close. Sunshine as she prepares for back to school. Sadie, hope you had a wonderful, wonderful summer. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen, News 2, Innovative Business Center, 4611 Tutu Park Suite 300, St. Thomas, VI 00802. Be sure to include your name, age, school, a brief description of your work of art, and tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for this edition. We'd like to thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you next time.